Hello, in this video I will be discussing JCPenney's external factor evaluation.
For the external factor evaluation, we must identify factors within the macro environment and Porter's five forces to see how each has an effect on JCPenney. For JCPenney, the macro environment is a bigger issue than the five forces, but it still has an effect when it comes to the rivals and substitutes. The biggest issues with JCPenney is the impact technology can have on multiple facets of the business, with a combined weighted average score of 1.4. Technology isn't a question of if something will happen, but when. Whether it is automating supply lines so inventory can be tracked from creation to distribution, or the growing movement for online sales, technology will make its impact on the industry as it has in the last decade. For JCPenney to compete within the retail industry, they must take advantage of the ability to utilize technology to the fullest and make it work for the company. A retail fashion industry has had a strong push to be accountable for how their products are produced and how they have affected the sustainability of the planet. Technology allows for a company like JCPenney to follow their product from their inception to when they reach the shelves of JCPenney stores. Technology also allows for companies to track inventory to a high degree of accuracy, creating an opportunity to account for inventory at every phase of the inventory process. This can help make supply lines run efficiently as possible and lower costs with the procuring of products and distribution of these products. More opportunities lie in the growth of online sales and a growing target market that JCPenney could lean on. Amazon has changed the landscape of the retail market by moving the market more and more online. Consumers aren't as interested in going into stores to try out products before purchasing them, as it is just as easy to order the products and send them back if they are unsatisfactory to the consumer. There is also the convenience and comfort of ordering products from their home, work, or any place that has an internet connection. With this convenience comes with a greater technological literacy with the older generations, specifically JCPenney's growing target market of middle-aged mothers who have a weighted average of 0.30. The baby boomer generation is coming to maturity as the largest target market demographic. JCPenney lost their way the past few years, having no clear target market, to gain back a strong demographic of middle-aged women who seek the desire of confirmation in their purchases by trying on products or being able to see multiple products in person. The demographic was the bread and butter for JCPenney for the better part of a half century, catering to many women. Creating a strategy focused on a specific target market gives JCPenney a direction and can cut certain products that aren't worth selling to fringe target demographics. While technology offers many opportunities to create more efficient supply lines and sales distribution, it does create some threats. The online fashion retail industry creates an incredible threat to JCPenney by offering direct competition to the company, going directly to consumers through social media. These products become substitutes for JCPenney products, giving consumers a cheaper product that is targeted directly at them. With that comes companies like Kohl's, who have partnered with Amazon as return centers for Amazon products, as well as selling Amazon products in their stores. Technological advancement also leads to new technology becoming dated as soon as it comes out. Many stores are starting to modernize their store layouts with electronic displays, in-store search computers, and some companies have teased the use of holographic projection displays. The other downfall of technology is every company has access to the most technology today, and competition to use this technology first creates a race to utilize it. Technology isn't the only threat to JCPenney. Legal and political forces play just as big of a factor in the external factors, with the push for increased minimum wages, tariffs on imported goods, and an exchange rate value of the dollar, all combined for a weighted average score of 0.45. For a company like JCPenney, many of their products come from overseas, and if the dollar value doesn't hold its value in different countries, then it costs companies multiple times over for that same product. Most recently, trade wars have broken out between the United States and China. These trade wars have had tariffs threatened between both countries as well as increased taxes on specific products being imported. China is one of the largest producers of retail goods, like clothing and apparel. Any increase on products coming from there greatly affects their price in the United States. Without sound foreign policy, the cost variables creates a flux for companies like JCPenney who rely on products that are sourced from overseas. Increased minimum wages, both at home and abroad, create significant increase in costs and a higher risk of laying off staff in preference to online sales with fewer employee costs, especially overseas where labor laws are just catching up to more humane levels the West has placed on. The biggest issues are conditions and fair wages. As wages increase, costs increase, which leads to a price increase that doesn't help JCPenney, who is already competing with multiple competitors to offer the highest value products at the lowest price.